Hello YouTube, I'm back with another educational video. Annoyed the buckwheat meats what alfalfa, that was his name. So yeah, I'm giving alfalfa meets buckwheat teas honey. Cause as my hair is growing back in this area and the rest is not doing too well, it is starting to stand out a lot more than usual. You know, no pun intended. Boom boom boom. Stand out like whoop. But anyways, it is what it is. But anyways, I'm not here to give hair advice. I am here to give what I actually can do. Skincare. So let's get on to the darn gone kisses down low. I like my kisses down low. Let me arch my back. Give it to me, babe. Just like I like my kisses down low, down low, down. Honey, let's get on to talk about the cool cat, baby. Yes, honey, y'all women's with the darn going cool cats. My anatomical XX chromosomal women who are out here getting the Yoni steaming and is requesting for your girl to do Yoni steaming treatments here in North Carolina. Let me tell you why I don't do Yoni steaming. Let me tell you why I'm not a fan of jumping on the hype of providing Yoni steaming treatments. As somebody who likes to get to the core of the problem, to treat issues, I don't see the benefit of it, because Yoni steaming just appeases the situation for the time being, if it does that. I think there are a lot more, stuff that can go wrong with Yoni steaming, as opposed to the benefits, and we get to that in a moment. But once again, even if it is treating whatever ailment you having, whether it's fibroids, whether it's off balance pH, or whatever have you, I just don't see the benefit of the Yoni steaming. I'm going to get on to the long list of negatives. First thing is this. Like, my thing is this. When we went to school for beauty, I'm doing a lot of pauses because I know this is going to sting a lot of people, but it is what it is. When we went to beauty school, honey, they did not teach us about darn cosmetic chemistry. Now, your girl has a little bit of chemistry background, but not even enough where I got a degree. And even if I did attain a degree, honey, there's a difference between being a general chemist and being a specialized cosmetic chemist. And when you're formulating certain products to go inside the body, even if it is by, steam, it's like you got to be very careful with that. Because you're introducing different herbs and stuff. You got to think about the pH of the vagina. Like, is the formulation, is it right? But then again, I guess we don't even have to worry about that too tough, because here's the second side effect of steaming. You darn gonna burning off all the darn gonna benefits. Like certain oils and stuff, like black seed oil can't be burnt up to a certain temperature. Shea butter can't be burnt up to a certain temperature. All the other oils and stuff, your lavenders, your essential oils can, are fine. But once you start talking about other, like black seed, honey, you're burning all the benefits. And then I don't think the oil is converting into stick, because water and oil don't mix as it is. You need to usually emulsify those two ingredients together, or cosmetically put it into a serum form, which we as estheticians are not skilled in doing that. So when we mixing up this Yoni steam brew for you to sit over the darn mini witch's cauldron to darn heat up your darn coop cat, I'll put a spell on you, open you up to all these Yoni benefits. What? just don't get it. Because number one, you're burning off most of the benefits. Number two, when you're talking about reproductive, the uterus and all of that. Now, I'm not a, I'm a pre-op trans woman. And then even if I was post-op, I don't have a reproductive system. But one thing I do know, because I did study darn biology, and you don't even need to go to college level biology for this. We're taught this in high school about how far up, the ovaries and stuff are at. So my thing is this: if the steam can reach up that high, I'm afraid that, it will be at such a temperature that by the time it even touches in those areas, honey, you gonna have some damage, honey. I'm on fire. Dum dum dum. Dum dum dum. I'm on fire. Honey, that darn cool cat's gonna be on steaming fire. Fire. Honey, I'm not trying to have nobody sue my insurance. I know that's what it's there for, honey, but it's something that you hope that you never have to use. We don't want to be in no court behind somebody cool cat being having burns. Burn, baby, burn. Dun, dun, dun. Burn, baby, burn. The reason they came to us is so they no longer burn no more. So they don't use the chemical delipiatories and stuff. They wax instead. Wax on, wax off. Wax on, wax, wax, wax. Ooh, ooh, wax. But now we burning people with the Yoni steaming. Another thing is this. Did we forget about what can cause bacteria growth? Warm, darkness, and time. So when y'all are going in for these Yoni steaming treatments, number one, you can't have the heat up so hot because you won't want to give yourself burns. So the most tolerable heat that you are exposing to your coot cat is maybe like 100 to 120 degrees, which is still quite high. And then we know about the temperature danger zone, which is where bacteria can lie between 40 and 140 degrees. So you're raising the temperature up to around 100 degrees, 110, 120, where the bacteria can thrive, because you need warmth, darkness, moisture, and time. You're sitting there for an hour, you got the time. You're covered up, that's the darkness. You're introducing steam, that's the moisture, and then give it, and all those factors in together is going to create the darn bacteria breathing ground. So I think that it will increase the chances of you having yeast infections and other darn bacterial elements than anything. Because all those darn ingredients that supposed to have antimicrobial and bacterial properties, honey, it's not going to last up on the skin but too long, especially in the form of steam. It's not like you putting on a shea butter on the coot cat. It's not like you rubbing any type of creams that will actually, absorb into the epidermis. You using darn steam, and then the water is darn diluting the product. So for those reasons, I'm not here for the darn Yoni steam. Like I said, too much chance of a risk of a burn, increased chance of darn bacterial infection. It's not going to reach up there towards the uterus and the ovaries. And if it does, honey, more likely you going to feel the burn before it even gets there. The damage to the tissues in your area, and the list goes on and on. And then if it's really too much water, as opposed to, or if it's not that, if it's alkaline, then you're throwing off your darn pH of your inner hind parts, which is supposed to be more acidic. So all of those are contraindications where I don't think Yoni steaming is the correct way to go. There's so many alternatives, and then it doesn't address why are you having the issues in the first place. If you're dealing with fibroids, my first question when I do my consultation with my women is, what type of darn on panty liners you using? What type of, monthly pads or tampons you using? Because if you look at if you research the ingredients in these tampons and stuff is what's causing a lot of you women to have the fibroids and to have your pH balance thrown off and have an odor. So it's just as something as simple as switching to a natural based darn on pad or using a menstrual cup. Honey, that will make a world of a difference right there. And I know that a lot of estheticians don't want to say this because that means it doesn't require a sale from us. Or so does it. Shit. Go get you some darn on natural pads and sell to your darn on clients. They'll be so appreciative that you darn gonna put them up on game instead of darn gonna trying to play games with their coop cat with that darn on witch's brew of a Yoni steam. They coming in every week darn on $50 just to perpetually treat an issue when they could darn gonna have the issue eradicated by simply changing their practices. Something as simple as switching over from a Kotex to darn on a natural based pad. So you're no longer having that plastic because it's made from recycled newspaper and wood chippings and everything and dye and all of that. And when you put it up against your hind parts, and it's the blood is pressured up against the area. It's just a hot funky mess. And then that's why you got to change it out every 8 hours because of the fact that the chemicals of the pad. It's not allowing your area to breathe. And you give it darkness, warmth, and time. It's incubating the darn on, excrements of your fluids up against your hind parts for an extended period of time. And you wonder why your pH off and you always smell funky during that time of the month. I guarantee you, if you switch over to a darn on absorbent-based pad that has more natural ingredients, like the honey pot, shout out to our black-owned darn on feminine napkin line, the honey pot. If you switch over to that and pay just a couple dollars more, you will notice that these issues might, because once again, fibroids can happen for a multitude of reasons. I'm not saying that this might eradicate it altogether, but these are good preventative measures. And this is stuff that help, your pH out and, to reduce your chances of bacteria. Now, as far as fibroids, I definitely, implore you to go check out your OBGYN. See, once again, that's not my profession. I hope I got it right. Is it OGBYN or OBGYN? Y'all correct me down in the comments box below. Honey, y'all know this girl got the magic stick. I got the magic stick. So I don't know nothing about no pat smears and all that. So my anatomical women, y'all correct me. Is it OGBYN or OBGYN? But one thing I know is you don't need no Yoni steam. What you need instead is to switch over to a natural based pad. Go ahead and switch over to the honey pot for support a black owned business. What you need instead is to, if you want to cleanse yourself out and to help your vagina, which is already somewhat self-cleaning. That's another thing. The vagina is naturally supposed to be self-cleaning. If it's not self-cleaning, honey, we might need to be wondering what's going on that's hindering that. Your diet is impeding upon that or some other factors. And in which case, you want to change that over. And I ain't trying to plug in no products, but let me go ahead and get it real quick. Child, you would do a lot better detoxing from the inside versus trying to steam it in. Instead of darn on spending $50 a week and trying to steam the little bit of products which 90% of the benefits is being burnt off before it even hits your hind parts. And as it goes into your hind parts, you have a more higher chance of being burnt than receiving any type of benefit. You sat on a witch's brew for darn on a half hour to an hour. It ain't gonna ever eradicate the problem. But something as simple as changing your dietary practices and changing your pads can eradicate a lot of y'all issues. So for this bag right here, you get 25 sachets of darn on lemon ISO tea. And you put in a 16 ounce of water. Or if you somebody that needs you have a few extra pounds on you, you can put it in 8 ounces of water. This darn on sachet right here, change your life, honey. Change your life on up, honey. Help darn gonna get out those toxins and everything. Once again, $59.95. Your honey pot pads, honey, $8. And just incorporating those two things. It don't even have to be TLC, but you know I'm going to do my little shameless plug because I do get a commission if you go through and get my link or whatever. But if you want to use some regular tea, you can do that as well. I definitely recommend, the ISO tea, help a girl out over here. But, you can use some tea within reason. Now, don't be using Lipton that's filled with all types of high fructose corn syrup. That's another thing. High fructose corn syrup, interrupts your body's respiratory system. It throws off your thyroids and how your body regulates temperature. Like the high fructose corn syrup interrupts your body in so many ways it's not funny. So if you're going to use any type of tea, make sure it's more of a natural based tea. And then if it got the added benefits of hemp extract and CBD, baby, honey, you can't go wrong. But that's it, y'all. To my fellow beauticians, if you do yoni steaming, please tell us what are the benefits that you think it is that outweighs the cons. Or if you don't think there are any cons, I love for anybody who does yoni steaming to argue me down on this. But like I said, this is my perspective on it. I know a lot of other estheticians are jumping on the yoni steaming train. I'm just not. I'm an esthetician that likes to get to the root of the problem. Even if it costs me a sale, I can easily offer yoni steaming treatments and get a quick $50 for whipping up a pot of brew. You sit over it, you open your legs up like darn on Rashida from Love and Hip Hop, legs to the moon, honey, and let the darn on steam hit your boo boo, honey, and then run me my check. Yeah, it could be that easy, but not all money's good money. And I'm not saying that that everybody who's doing the yoni steaming is darn on ripping people off intentionally. A lot of people just don't know. A lot of people don't know. That's why I'm here to put your own game. Like Beyonce say, put your own game about this yoni steaming. Honey, so now that you know, you know. Are you still going to participate in this witchery though? Y'all let me know. To my women who are getting these treatments, what are your thoughts about it now that you've now heard about it? If you was thinking about it, are you now no longer thinking about it? Which I implore you to go ahead and forget about it, honey. Like I said, just start going do your regular cleansing, honey. Just do your regular cleansing. If you got some discoloration going on in your hind parts, honey, get you some mandelic acid. 10% for the private areas. Now, outer thighs, you can go up to 25%. If you need more information about that, definitely hit me up. I do sell those products, and I will tell you how to use those without no fear of burning anything. So, yeah. And then, of course, I have a myriad of other recommendations, the proper soaps and stuff to use down there. And even cleansing, your douching and stuff. There's a way about that too. You don't supposed to use soap and water. But that's a whole nother video for another day. We'll get on into that in another video about the girls who like to use soap and water in the hive. Oh. But we ain't going to touch on that tragedy today. But anyways, y'all leave y'all thoughts down below. Feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all soon with more videos.